Chapter 12. Christmas is coming. Snow is everywhere around Hogwarts. Most of the students will go back home during Christmas, but Harry won't go back, and he is happy about it. Harry thinks that it's going to be the best holiday. Ron and his twin brothers are also not going back home because Mr. and Mrs. Weasley will go to Romania and meet their son, Charlie. After the potions lesson, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are going to the library. They see Hagrid. Hagrid is carrying a Christmas tree to the Great Hall. "Hello, Hagrid," say three of them. "Oh, hello," says Hagrid. "Where are you going?" "We're going to the library." "The library?" says Hagrid. "You want to study when it's almost Christmas?" "Oh, we're not going to study," says Harry. "We're trying to find information about Nicholas Flamel." "You what?" says Hagrid. He looks shocked. "Listen, stop it. We don't know Nicholas Flamel," says Hermione. "Who is he? We want to know that." "But if you just tell us, we won't have to go to the library and spend so much time," says Harry. "We checked hundreds of books and we didn't find him in any book, but I know that I read his name somewhere." "I won't say anything," says Hagrid. "Then we're going to the library now," says Ron. They leave Hagrid, and Hagrid is not looking happy. What did Snape try to steal? They don't know. They want to know about Nicholas Flamel because of that. If they know something about Nicholas Flamel, they will know Snape's skull. Unfortunately, they checked almost hundreds of books and didn't find anything about him. Now they are in the library. All three of them are checking books, but still couldn't find anything. Harry wants to check books in the restricted section, but he has to get a permission to read those books. There are some books about powerful magic in the restricted section, and only older students could go there. After they leave the library, Hermione says, "You two will check books during the holiday, right?" "Of course," says Ron. "You should ask your parents about Flamel. They might know him." "I don't think so," says Hermione. "They are dentists." After the holidays start, Ron and Harry don't have time to check books because they're having too much fun. They stay in the Gryffindor room all day and eat delicious food. Ron teaches Harry wizard chess and they play. Wizard chess is almost like normal chess. There is only one difference. Wizard chess pieces are alive. They talk and they move. Harry wakes up on Christmas morning. "Merry Christmas," says Ron. "Merry Christmas," says Harry. When Harry gets out of bed, he sees few presents next to his bed. "Look at it," says Harry happily. "I have some presents." Harry chooses one present and opens it. It's from Hagrid, and it's a wooden flute. The second present is from Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia. It's a small money. "Is that Muggle money?" says Ron. "That looks really strange." "You can have it if you want," says Harry. "Hagrid and my aunt and uncle. Who sent this one?" says Harry. "I know who," says Ron. His face is turning red now. "My mom. I told her about you." "Oh no, she sent you a Weasley sweater." Harry opens his present, and there is a homemade sweater inside it. "Every year she makes us a sweater," says Ron. "It's really nice," says Harry. "Thank you." Next present is from Hermione. It's chocolate. Now his last present. He opens his last present. It's a silvery gray cloak. "What is it?" asks Harry. Ron looks shocked. "I heard about it," says Ron. "I think it's an invisibility cloak. Try it." Harry wears it, and Ron shouts in surprise. "It's an invisibility cloak. Look down." Harry looks down, and he can't see his body. He goes to the mirror and looks. He could only see his head. He puts the cloak over his head, and now he's invisible. "There's a letter," says Ron. Harry takes the letter and reads it. "Your father gave it to me before he died. Now it's time to give it to you. Use it well. Merry Christmas." Is it really his father's cloak? Harry thinks about it. That evening, Harry has great dinner. Harry never had Christmas dinner like this before. There are many delicious food, and Harry could eat everything. Everyone, even Professor McGonagall, is laughing. Hagrid's face is turning redder and redder because he's drinking so much wine. Next day, Harry and Ron stay outside all day and have a snowball fight. In the evening, Harry, Ron, twins, and Percy spend their time together. They play many, many games. It's the best Christmas ever for Harry. When they go to bed, Ron quickly falls asleep. On the other hand, Harry couldn't go to sleep. He's thinking about the cloak. Who sent it, he thinks. After a while, he decides to wear it. When he wears the cloak, he realizes that he can go anywhere now. Should he wake Ron? He decides not to wake him up because it's his father's cloak and he wants to use it alone. He wears the cloak and walks out of the dormitory. Where should he go now? He thinks. He thinks about it for a while and decides to go to the restricted section in the library. Now he can stay there a long time and look for Nicholas Flamel in the books. When he enters the library, it's dark. He takes a lamp and goes to the restricted section. Some books have no name, and some books are whispering something. Harry is a little scared. Which book should he choose first? He doesn't know. He eventually takes one book and opens it. When he opens it, the book starts shouting loudly. Harry's panicked. Someone is coming, and Harry quickly puts the book back and starts running. When he's running, he sees Filch, but Filch doesn't see him. Harry runs and runs. Eventually, he stops. Where is he now? He doesn't know. Now Harry is safe. He doesn't hear anything. He starts going back to the dormitory. Suddenly, he hears someone. Someone is walking around the restricted section in the library just a few minutes ago, says Filch. The restricted section, says Snape. I don't think that student is far away. We will catch him. It's really a narrow corridor. They might walk into Harry. So Harry goes into the classroom. When he is in the classroom, he sees the mirror. It looks beautiful. He goes to the mirror and looks in it. He couldn't believe his eyes. It's not only Harry in the mirror. There are many people around him. Harry looks around, but there is no one around him. He looks in the mirror again. There is one pretty woman behind him. She's smiling at Harry. She has red hair and her eyes look exactly like Harry's. There is one guy next to her. He's wearing eyeglasses and his hair is exactly like Harry's. Mom, Harry whispers. Dad? They smile and nod. Now Harry looks at other people. Harry realizes that he is seeing his family for the first time. They're all smiling and waving at him. How long did Harry stand there? He doesn't know. He realizes that he has to go back to bed. I will come back, says Harry, and goes back to the dormitory. Why didn't you wake me up? Says Ron angrily. You can come with me tonight, says Harry. I'm going to go back. I want to show you the mirror. I really want to see your mom and dad, says Ron. And I want to see your family, says Harry. All the Weasleys. You can show me your other brothers and sisters tonight. You can see them anytime, says Ron. Just visit our house this summer. You can see everyone. Harry couldn't focus on anything that day. He just wants to go back to the mirror and see his family again. Now he doesn't care about Flamel or Snape or the dog with 3 heads. He only wants to see his family. Are you all right? Says Ron. You look strange. Now it's night. Harry is thinking, can I find the mirror again? He's going with Ron and they're walking slowly. I'm so cold, says Ron. Let's forget it and go back. No, says Harry angrily. I know it's closed now. They finally find the classroom and go inside. Harry drops the cloak and quickly goes to the mirror. He is seeing his mother and father again. There is everyone. See, says Harry. I don't see anything, says Ron. Look, they're all standing behind me. I can only see you. Come and stand here, says Harry. He moves away and Ron stands in front of the mirror. Now Harry can't see his family. He can only see Ron. Look at me, shouts Ron. Can you see all your family around you? Asks Harry. No, I'm alone. I look older. I'm head boy. What? Says Harry. I'm holding the house and the Quidditch cup. I'm the Quidditch captain. Ron turns around and looks at Harry. Do you think that this mirror shows you the future? Asks Ron. How can it? Says Harry. All my family are dead. Let me look in it again. You looked in it all night yesterday, says Ron. I want to look a little bit more. You're only holding the Quidditch cup, says Harry. What's interesting about it? I want to see my parents. Don't push me, says Ron. Suddenly, they stop moving because they hear something outside. They didn't realize that they were speaking so loudly. Quick, says Harry. They put the cloak over themselves and looks at the door. Mrs. Norris comes in, looks around, and then goes out. This isn't safe. She might call Filch, says Ron, and they immediately go to their dormitory. Next morning, snow is still everywhere. Want to play chess? Asks Ron. No, says Harry. Why don't we go and visit Hagrid? No, I understand you, Harry. You're thinking about the mirror. You shouldn't go back tonight. Why not? I don't know, says Ron. I just have a bad feeling about it. I know that Filch or Mrs. Norris or Snape can't see you, but it's still dangerous. You sound like Hermione, says Harry. I'm serious, Harry, don't go. Harry doesn't listen to him. He's thinking about the mirror. He wants to go back. That night, Harry finds the mirror easily. He's walking so fast and he knows that he's making a lot of noise, but he doesn't care. Now his mom and dad are waiting for him. He sits down in front of the mirror and looks at them. Nothing is going to stop him. Back again, Harry. Harry is surprised and scared. He looks back and sees Dumbledore. He's sitting on the desk near the wall. I didn't see you, sir. You didn't see me because you were only thinking about this mirror when you came here, says Dumbledore. Harry is happy to see that Dumbledore is smiling. Like hundreds of students before, you discovered the mirror of Erased, says Dumbledore. I didn't know its name, sir. I think that now you understand this mirror. It shows my family. And it showed your friend Ron that he was head boy. How did you know? I don't need invisibility cloak to become invisible, says Dumbledore. Now, do you understand this mirror? Harry shakes his head. Let me explain, says Dumbledore. The happiest man can use the mirror of Erased like a normal mirror. He will look in the mirror and see only real things around him. Does it help? Harry thinks. He says slowly. It shows us our wishes. Yes and no, says Dumbledore. It shows us the deepest wishes of our hearts. You never saw your family, but you want to see them, and you see your family around you. Ron's older brothers always do things better than him. So Ron saw himself alone. He was the best of them all in the mirror. But this mirror doesn't give us any knowledge or truth. Some people wasted all their life because they only wanted to look in this mirror and nothing else. We will put this mirror in a different place tomorrow, Harry. Don't look for it. Don't focus on dreams and forget to leave. Now, wear your cloak and go to bed. Harry stands up. Professor Dumbledore, can I ask you something? Of course. You just asked 2 questions, says Dumbledore and smiles. Now, you can ask one more question. What do you see when you look in the mirror? I see myself with socks. Harry doesn't understand. He just looks at him. Another Christmas is finishing and I didn't receive any socks as a present. People always give me books. After Harry goes back to the dormitory, he thinks that Dumbledore probably lied. But Harry realizes that it was too personal question.